Good morning, students. Today we will continue with the chapter of morphology of flowering plants, and topic of today is families of flowering plant along with floral formula and floral diagram. So we will discuss about families of flowering plant, discuss about their floral formula and about their floral diagram. First of all, let us look at some symbol used in the floral formulas. Symbol used in floral formula. So if the flower has bract is a small leaf-like structure which is present near the stalk of the flower. So if the flower has bract, we call it bracteate and it is written as BR. And if the flower does not has bract, it means it is ebracteate and it is written as EBR. If the flower is actinomorphic, actinomorphic means a flower can be divided into two equal halves by any plane. Then it is written as positive sign enclosing a circle. And if flower is zygomorphic, it is written with percentage sign. Percentage sign is used for zygomorphic plants, means they cannot be divided into equal halves. They can be divided into equal halves by only one plane. If the flower is having only carpel, means it is a female flower, then it is written in this symbol. And if it is having only stamen, means it is a male flower, it is written like this. While if it is bisexual, means it has both carpel as well as stamen, then it is written like this. So this is symbol of bisexual. Or you can also call it hermaphrodite. Hermaphrodite is the word used for bisexuality in animals, but still you can also call it hermaphrodite here also. Now the calyx, which are group of sepals, is written by K. Calyx is represented by K, which is group of sepals, and corolla, which is group of petals, is written by C. So corolla is written by C. Now, if the sepals and petals are not united, we know that we call it perianth. If the sepals and petals are not easily distinguishable, then it is known as perianth. It is written by P. So P is for perianth. That means sepals and petals are not easily distinguishable. We cannot distinguish it whether it is sepal or whether it is petal. Now, androecium is written by A. A is for androecium. Androecium means group of stamens. And gynoecium is written by G. Gynoecium means group of carpel or pistil. Now, if the ovary is superior, if we have a superior ovary, if the ovary is superior ovary, then we know superior ovary is found in hypogynous flower. Then it is written as G, and on the bottom of the G we will put a dash. This is the symbol of superior ovary. And if the ovary is inferior ovary, then it is written as G, and on the top of it we will put now a dash. So if ovary is superior, we will put a dash over the bottom, and if ovary is inferior, we will put the dash at the top of it. Now let us look at other symbols. Now next symbol is if there are sepals which are 6 and they are free. So if sepals are 6 and they are free, we know sepal is represented by K, and we will put 6 here like this. Now, if the sepals are 6 but they are fused, anything which is fused is put in bracket. So we will put 6 here and we will put it in bracket. Similarly, if petals are 5 and they are free, then we will write C is for petals, and we know because it is group of corolla. So C, and on the bottom here we will write 5. And if the petals are 5 and they are fused, then again C5, but we will put it in bracket. Okay, similarly, if the stamens are 10 and they are free, then we will write A for androecium and we will write 10. But if stamens are 10 and they are arranged in two groups, arranged in two groups, then we will write it as A 5 plus 5, means they are in two groups of 5 and 5. Now, very important, if stamen is 10 but it is diadelphous, means stamens are in group of 2 and they are total 10 stamens, but they are diadelphous. We have already learned in previous video that diadelphous means stamen are united in two bundles. So now we will write 10 stamen which are diadelphous as A 9 plus 1, and 9 I have put in bracket because 9 stamens they are fused and 1 is free. So this is the stamen which is diadelphous. Now further moving to next floral formulas. 8, if carpel are 2 and they are free. So we know G and 2. G is for gynoecium, which is group of carpel, and we have written 2. Similarly, if carpel is 2 but they are united, so united means they are fused, so we will put 2 in the bracket. We know united carpel is known as syncarpus and free carpels are known as apocarpus. So we can also say this is the symbol of apocarpus and this is the symbol of syncarpus. Similarly, for epipetalous, epipetalous means stamens are fused with petals. If stamens are fused with petals, so C is for petals, which are group of calyx, and A is for stamen, which is androecium. And we will put a U-shaped line over them. This means this is symbol of epipetalous, means stamens are fused with petals. So these were some of the symbols. Now let us understand the floral diagrams. Now let us look at some of the symbols which we use in floral diagrams. So the first symbol is, if we make a circle, this represents the mother axis. Now calyx or sepals are made like this. This is the symbol of calyx or sepals. Corolla or petals are made like this. This is the symbol of corolla or petals. Stamens are made like this. This is the symbol of stamen. Monocarpellary gynoecium is made like this. This is a monocarpellary gynoecium, means gynoecium having only one carpel. Gynoecium are group of carpels. If the gynoecium has single carpel, it is called monocarpellary. Bicarpellary gynoecium are made like this. This is the symbol of bicarpellary gynoecium. Bicarpellary gynoecium means a gynoecium having two carpels. And the symbol of polycarpellary gynoecium is like this. This is the symbol of polycarpellary gynoecium. Polycarpellary gynoecium means a gynoecium having more than two carpels or having many carpels. Now let us talk about various families and look at their floral formulas and floral diagrams. The first family is family Fabaceae. Family Fabaceae was earlier known as family Papilionoideae. Now let us look at the characteristic of family Fabaceae. First of all, let us look at the flower. Flower is zygomorphic, which means we will put a percentage sign here, because for zygomorphic we put a percentage sign. Flower is bisexual. So for bisexual, this is the symbol for bisexual, as we already know. Flower is bracteate, means bract is present. For bracteate, we put as BR for bracteate, and the flower is hypogynous. For hypogynous, that means the ovary would be superior. Hypogynous means superior ovary. We will put a symbol G, and on the bottom we will put a dash, as I have already explained. Now let us look at about calyx. There are 5 sepals, which are gamosepalous. Gamosepalous means sepals are fused, and they have velvet or imbricate aestivation. So K is used for calyx. There are 5 sepals, and because they are fused, we will put it in bracket. So this would be the symbol of calyx. Let us look at corolla. Corolla, there are 5 petals, and they have vexillary aestivation. So since there are 5 petals, so C5, and we know in vexillary aestivation 2 petals are always fused, so we will also put this in bracket. So this is about corolla. Now let us talk about androecium. Androecium, they have 10 stamens that are diadelphous. That means androecium is in group of 9 plus 1, in which 9 stamens are fused and 1 is free. So I have already discussed that androecium is 10 and diadelphous means stamen in 2 groups. 9 are fused and 1 is free, so 9 plus 1, 10. Now let us talk about gynoecium. Gynoecium, it is monocarpellary, and we already know that it has superior ovary. So for monocarpellary we will write G1, and since the ovary is superior we will put a dash on the bottom, and it has marginal or parietal aestivation. So if we combine all these, I am writing the floral formula here. If we combine all of these, I am making a floral formula here. So zygom, first of all, bracteate BR, then percentage for zygomorphic. Bisexual is written like this. Calyx are 5 and they are fused, as we already know here. Corolla are 5 and they are also fused because it has vexillary aestivation of corolla. We know in vexillary aestivation we have one anterior petal, largest petal, which overlaps 2 lateral petals and which overlaps 2 anterior petals, so which are fused. So total it is 5, but it can also be written as 1 plus 2 plus 2. So this is how we write about corolla, because it has vexillary aestivation. So one vexillary aestivation in which 1 is the largest petal, for 2 are the lateral petals which are known as wings, and another 2 are the 2 anterior petals which are fused. So 2 plus 2 plus 1 is 5. Now next is about the androecium. It is 9 plus 1, in which 9 is fused. And last is gynoecium, which has 1 monocarpellary and it has superior ovary. So this is the floral formula of Papilionoideae or Fabaceae family. Now let us draw a floral diagram. Now, first of all, I will write the floral formula again so that it is easy for us to draw a floral diagram. So this is the floral formula which we have already discussed. Now let us draw a floral diagram. So there are total of 5 sepals as well as 5 petals. So first of all, let me make 5 sepals. So 5 sepals I am representing here. First, second, third, fourth, and fifth. These are the 5 sepals which I have drawn. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So these are the 5 which I have drawn in green. This is 5 sepals. Now let me draw the 5 petals, and we know in the 5 petals they are arranged in 1 plus 2 plus 2. That means in vexillary estivation. So this I am drawing vexillary estivation. 1 is the largest petal. It overlaps the 2 lateral wings, which further overlaps 2 other petals which are fused. So this which I have drawn in purple color are the petals. Now let us look at the androecium stamen. There are total 10, in which 9 are fused and 1 is free. So this is the free one, and the further 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So these are the androecium, and since they are fused, we will make a symbol here which are fused. We'll join them. So these are the which I have drawn in this brownish color are the stamens or androecium. Now gynoecium is there is a monocarpellary gynoecium. So it would be represented by like this. This is the monocarpellary gynoecium. So this is the gynoecium. So this is the floral diagram of family Fabaceae. Examples of family Fabaceae are grams, arhar, moong, which mean all pulses, soybean, etc. It also includes fibers like sunhemp and ornamental flowers like mullathi. Now let us talk about other families. Now let us talk about family Solanaceae. It is the largest family known and also known as potato family. Let us look at its flower. Flower of Solanaceae is bisexual, which is represented by this symbol, and it is actinomorphic, which means it can be divided into equal halves by any plane. Let us talk about calyx. There are 5 sepals which are united, and it has velvet estivation. So 5 sepals, which is represented by K, which are 5 and they're united, so we will put the 5 in bracket. Corolla, there are petals which are again 5. which are again united and again having velvet aestivation, in which the sepals and petals just touch each other without any overlapping. So C5, so and putting it in bracket. Now let us look at the androecium. Androecium has stamen, which are 5, which is epipetalous, which means epipetalous means stamens are fused with the petals. Stamen fused with petals. So stamens are fused with petal, which is epipetalous, and stamens are 5. So A is for stamen androecium, so they are 5. So we'll put like this. And next, let's talk about gynoecium. Gynoecium is bicarpellary, means it has 2 carpels. Ovary is superior and gynoecium is bilocular, means it has 2 lobes, 2 locules, 2 compartments. Placenta is swollen with many ovules. This we will draw with a diagram, and the formula G is for gynoecium, it is bicarpellate, 2 carpels, that is 2, and ovary superior, so bottom, and it is also syncarpous. Syncarpous, so we will put these 2 carpels. Syncarpous means carpels are united, so this we will put in the bracket. So let us now make the floral formula of this family. So floral formula I am drawing here, I am writing here. So plus actinomorphic, bisexual, K for calyx, 5 fused, C for corolla, 5 fused, A for androecium, 5, and we'll put a curly U-shaped line there because it is epipetalous, means stamen is fused with petals. Gynoecium is bicarpellary, fused, syncarpous, and superior ovary. So this is its floral diagram. Floral formula. Now let us draw a floral diagram on the base of the floral formula. First of all, let me write the floral formula again. This is the floral formula of family Solanaceae. Now let us make the diagram. So now sepals are 5. So let me draw 5 sepals, which I am drawing in yellow color this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this which I have drawn in yellow are the sepals, and they are fused also, so we will make a fusion. They are fused. Now let me draw the petals, which are also 5. This I am drawing in red petals. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So these are the which I have drawn in red are the petals. Yellow were the sepals, and these are the petals. So these were the sepals which I have drawn in yellow color. Sepals, and red one are the petals, and they are also 5. Now we will draw the anther androecium, which is 5, but now we know it is epipetalous, so it is fused with the petals. So with the petals only we will show the gynoecium, the androecium. So this is the first 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So this which I have drawn in blue is the androecium stamens. Now let us draw a gynoecium. Gynoecium here, it is bicarpellary. So, and it has, I have already told you, it is bilocular. So it has two locules. So these are the two locules, and the placenta is swollen. This I have shown the swollen placenta. Swollen placenta. And around the placenta would be many ovules. So these are the ovules which are attached. So this is the gynoecium which I have drawn in the center. So this is the floral diagram of family Solanaceae. It includes potato, it includes medicine like ashwagandha, it also includes spices like chili. Now let us talk about family Liliaceae, which is a monocot family. It is also known as lily family. Now let us look at its flower. Flower of it is bisexual. This is a bisexual flower. It is actinomorphic with a plus sign, we will denote it. Now it has the sepals and petals are not distinguishable here, which is known as perianth. So it does not has individual sepals and petals, calyx and corolla, but it will have perianth, which means sepals and petals here are not easily distinguishable. So it is also known as tepals. So perianth or tepals, there are 3 plus 3 and which are fused. So, and it has velvet estivation. We know tepals means when sepals and petals are not easily distinguishable, which is known as perianth. Androecium stamens are 6. So which are 3 plus 3 and then they are also united. So we will put them in bracket. They are in two groups of 3 and 3. Gynoecium, it is tricarpellary ovary, which means having 3 carpels. Gynoecium has 3 carpels, which is also trilocular and having axile placentation. So if the gynoecium is tricarpellary, we will write 3. For tricarpellary, it is the ovary is superior. It is a hypogynous flower. So superior ovary would be written like this. Bracket would be a dash, a line would be at the bottom, and it is syncarpous. Tricarpellary and syncarpous means it is united. So we will also put this in bracket. So let me now write the floral formula here. So bisexual, actinomorphic and bisexual, perianth, which is 3 plus 3, androecium, which is 6, arranged in two groups of 3 plus 3, gynoecium, which is tricarpellary, syncarpous and superior ovary, and I will put a U-shaped line here. Why I am putting it? Because it is also epiphyllous. Epiphyllous means the perianth is attached with the androecium. Perianth attached with androecium. That is meaning of epiphyllous. Now on the basis of floral formula, we will draw the floral diagram. First of all, let me write the floral formula again. This is epiphyllous. So let me now draw the floral diagram. So first of all, it has perianth, means no easily distinguishable sepal and petals, which are in 3 groups. So these are the 1, 2, 3 group which is outside, and 3 groups which I will make inside. That would be 1, 2, and 3. So 3 sepals I have drawn inside and 3 sepals I have drawn outside. So total would be 6. So this in red I have shown total 6 groups of perianth, which are in 3 plus 3. Now I will make androecium, but we know androecium is there are 3 plus 3, 6 stamens, which is androecium, but they are attached to the perianth. So I will make the androecium now. These are the androecium 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So these are the 6 androecium. Now I will draw the gynoecium. Gynoecium is trilocular. Now trilocular means it has 3 compartments. So these are the 3 compartments, 1, 2, and 3. And now the placentation is exile. So in exile placentation we have these are the ovules. So this is the floral diagram of family Liliaceae.